Back live with part two of Dinero Red HD TV. We doing another After Dark series. It's late with both ties, so we just laying here on the bed and let him tell some of his stories. And he appreciated. He couldn't believe y'all liked it like you did and responded like you did and commented. I'm still having an issue with my hey y'all seeing the comments. He has a cash app too for y'all to show him love and support, and for me as well. I put it in the other one, but what is it, baby?
$ love LOBELAY 21 love lay 21 LOBELAY Malaysia Wilson.
I put it up there, baby, after, so y'all can show him love and support for
I type it in. You want me to type it in?
you know how to do it on here. Like how do we do the comments? I don't know how to do it. I see other people commenting, but I don't know how to put no comments on my own. But if you don't, it's fine because I do it after the live. Put it in the description so they can see and put it in the comments.
You know, I'm trying to see if you put it in the comments.
I know on my phone.
You know, it's $LOVELAY 21. It's $love lay 21. $LOVELAY 21. And the name will be Malaysia Wilson. MALAYSIA Wilson. WILSON. The first name Malaysia. The last name will be Wilson. Love lay 21. Malaysia Wilson.
I put it in the description afterwards. It's up to you if you want to hold it while you're talking about. Was when he got out of prison and some of them niggas he knew that was in there messing with niggas, but they women didn't know. When they got out, what kind of behavior did he see with them around their women and their children so that we would know, like women would know, kind of notice things they thought that they never thought was strange or that they mama or nobody in their family never told them was strange that we now know are strange. Like
Some strange shit I done heard niggas say was he was jail gay. I was in the county jail and they
said he
said,
jail
yeah,
gay.
say he wasn't gay on the street, say he was jail gay. That's the title he had, the title itself, the name itself. Say he just do that shit when he in jail, but he don't do it on the street. You know, he fuck with women on the street and shit. Say he was jail. That's one of the strange when you say some strange shit. Yeah, that's some of the strange, one of the strangest things I done heard a nigga say when I was locked up. And that was in the county jail in the cab.
That this he actually admitted it to
Yeah,
you.
I done heard a couple niggas admit that shit. Say they were jail gay, or they just do that. Y'all done heard through the grapevine through another nigga. Say, oh, that nigga say he jail. Call like, what the hell that nigga got going on? So he say he jail gay. I said, you gay on the street to me? You talking about you jail gay? They say they wasn't doing it on the street. They just do it in jail. They jail gay.
What? Wait a minute. So why did he say he felt free to be every woman and gay and just so he would do shit just to go to jail so he can
No,
be
I guess when I don't know if he did shit to go to jail intentionally. I just know when he was locked up, he said he was jail gay. He was fucking with the mans and shit when he was in jail. Say he didn't do it. That what he say. To me, when I see a nigga be like that, when I see a nigga do that, I be like, nigga, you gay on the street to me. But I don't be knowing these nigga personally on the street. So, you know, they say they was jail gay. They don't do it on the street.
so what he say he don't have the courage?
I don't know. I guess he say he fuck with women on the street. And when he get locked up, he say he fuck with men because he say he jail gay. You know, he say he don't do it on the street. He just do it when he locked up.
Mm-mm. And what else? I had asked I asked let me see. Okay, let me see. Can I fix this now? I'm sorry, y'all. I accidentally went out. I had asked him when the men get out, what can women look at? And you said something about when a man is out with his woman and kids, and he always have a certain nigga around.
I mean, if I'm living with my girl, sometimes you got different situations. Sometimes, you might have a nigga around, you might be a shooter, you might be, might be a killer, your right hand man. But if you got a wife, I feel like if you got a wife and some kids, you ain't finna have no other nigga around all the time. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's an emergency situation where you got some beef going on, some smoke going on, and you might have to have your shooter around. But just all the time, and you got a wife or a girl and kids, then why you got a nigga around all the time? You know what I'm saying? Or why is you got a girl or you got a wife and kids? Why you had this nigga around all the time when your wife and your kids ain't around and you still around this nigga? So it's shit like that. Some shit you gotta watch for.
When he get, I mean, I know it happens too if they never been to jail.
Or if you get fresh as hell, like you getting fresh as hell, like you finna go out to the club to go around your homeboys all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you supposed to be getting fresh for your girl. Why is you putting on all your new clothes and getting fresh and jeweled up for your niggas? For and you got a whole girlfriend or a whole wife and kids and shit.
So you
And with your
saying
pants sagging, with your ass showing and shit.
what? What?
Yeah, cause as you know, the own sad. When I first started, going getting locked up and shit, going to jail and prison, I stopped sagging my pants because they call that advertising. When you always got your ass showing and your pants sagging, so that's what stopped me from sagging my pants. And showing my ass. I don't want no nigga. You can feel a nigga watching your ass, even though you facing forward, your eyes looking forward. You can feel niggas watching your ass. So that would stop me because I said I don't want no nigga watching my ass, and I don't know a nigga watching me from the back and shit. So that would stop me from sagging my pants and shit.
And you saying in jail too? That's also, you throwing a
Yeah, they
signal.
call it advertising. You advertising.
So a nigga can't say they didn't know when they in jail. They pull them down. They get around a certain nigga. They let that nigga know they want to hit they goddamn
Yeah,
boojana.
or nigga, yeah, you always wearing like little shorts and shit. Cause nigga wear little shorts and with your dick print showing and shit like that. Like, why is you walking around with your dick print showing? It was certain shit or nigga always grabbing himself when he talking to a nigga and rubbing himself.
What?
Yeah, 'cause I told you one or two the majority. I've been in about 10 different prisons. Majority of the prisons I went to, we go in the shower one at a time. Ain't nobody showering with each other. But it was like one county camp where I went to, they had all the showers together and stuff. We'll get all detailed and we'll have to rinse off and stuff. And then I went to Calhoun State Prison. It was a shower with about two or three men to get in there. But you ain't supposed you looking at the wall though. You looking at the wall. And I had an African homeboy. He complained on this nigga because this big black bald head black nigga had been locked up about 30 years. You supposed to face the wall. He faced everybody else. And Africa confronted him. He got the African accent. You told him because people was complaining, but they wasn't saying nothing to the nigga. Cause I guess the nigga been locked up 30 years now. I guess he could fight and shit. I ain't never been in the shower with him because I said when he get in the shower, I ain't gonna get in there. So Africa, he have the accents of the African, like the African accent. And he said, I mean, Africa real cool. He was one of my Muslim brothers. And Africa said, he said, I asked him one day, he said, I asked him, why you have to face me? He said, you face me, you look at me. He said, what you talking about? He said, everybody face the wall when they shower, when they look at the wall, they rinse themselves off and they get out. He said, why you have to face me? Because they said, buddy, I don't forget his name. Say he'll face niggas and be grabbing and washing his crotch area, his dick area the whole time. Like you supposed to rinse off. You in the shower with two, three niggas, so you finna rinse off her real, take an arm, a military shower, and get up out of there. And after they said that he would like to wash his crotch area most of the time while he facing other
So he
niggas.
digging real deep
Yeah, like
down in his
watching, like he
ass,
slick stroking his dick or something.
stroking it and
And
pulling
yeah,
his nuts
and
up
it's a,
real hard and digging up under his
yeah, they
nuts and
say Africa, cause Africa knew how to fight. He knew that MMA cage style fighting. And then my Muslim brother, and they say, Africa asked him, he told me, so I asked him, he said, why you have to face me? And he said, he didn't know what he was talking about. Why, what you talking about, Africa? He said, why you have to face me, looking at me, grabbing and rubbing your shit? He said, like he know what he told me. He said, you know what I'm talking about. You face me, you keep on facing me. You're supposed to face the wall. You have to face me, grabbing and rubbing your shit. Why do you have to face me? And said he turned around and faced the other way.
come on, rub. Why
Yeah,
you have to
grabbing and rubbing your shit. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Why you have to face me?
the African man? They don't know. Look, I don't want none of what you goddamn it
Yeah,
selling, goddamn.
Africa went with that shit. Africa went with that shit. He went with that shit that buddy was with.
And after now, wait a minute, which one you said? Some of them niggas in the house, dick suckers with speech impediment.
What?
You said this dick sucker had a speech impediment in there. He ethic it.
He talking about they talk with his tongue. Yeah, I watch a nigga like I don't hang around a nigga that talk with their tongue like that. You gotta watch a nigga like that. I be certain nigga I always wanna, come on, you wanna smoke a cigarette with me? Come, kinda had some nigga like that had a nigga. He say he was a rich, and he say he was from Atlanta. Same city I'm from, and he say that he was a big nigga. He was big, and I got size on me. This nigga was like twice my size. He was kind of always too friendly. He was always too friendly. I watch a nigga like that. If I don't know you, we never met, we never kidded, but you too friendly. You gotta watch for niggas like that. Like, why you getting too friendly with me? Yeah, you want to smoke a cigarette? And yeah, come on, boy. You want something to eat? And yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. What's up with you? Well, what's your name? And I'm like, what the hell, nigga? You too friendly? I gotta watch a nigga like that. A nigga that's too friendly, nigga, what you trying to rob? You trying to rob me or you successor?
And
And
then
you
when
know
he get
you
home, like you said, he got niggas always at the house sharing his blunt and reefer and looking shit
yeah, you the
with
police,
them.
you trying to rob me, you successor. And most of the time, nigga don't be trying to rob no nigga. Them niggas ain't don't be about that life. And some of them nigga they be telling me most of the time be nigga assessor, trying to play up on me, get close to me, or close to another nigga and shit
No, I'm
like
talking
that.
about too when they get home. Should women also notice that if a nigga always want a certain group of niggas to be hanging in the house instead of spending time with her and the kids, he end up watching TV with them, drinking with them, sharing drinks with them, passing the blunt, putting it in his mouth, then put it in the nigga mouth. Man,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, then dressing up when they come over there,
Yeah,
like
get real fresh and ready and put on all they new shit.
with their pants sagging
Yeah,
out.
the pants sagging, their ass showing. A tight ass pants, with their dick and their ass showing and shit. You
Remember
gotta
my gay friend told me to warn you when you play basketball with them niggas when you was in high school. So a lot of them old niggas
and
play basketball.
football. We played neighborhood football. I was about 14 or 15. And these old niggas, they was already in their 20s and 30s and shit. I always wanted to play with us. See, I play basketball. I want to, post up. You know the post move where you put your ass up on there, you post the
What?
nigga up. Yeah, I want to post up. That's why I play basketball. But I just got good with the post move because I don't like no nigga posting his ass up on me. But when you score a point, you go up for a point, nigga, I want to smack your ass. Yeah, that good job. You know how niggas smacking nigga on their ass. And it's where that shit come from Rome and shit. When they dominate a nigga, smacking nigga on their ass. And I always told nigga, give me a handshake, give me some doubt. If I make a shot or I make a good shot or I make a good crossover move, don't smack me on my ass. My good job, bro. Give me a handshake, give me some doubt. I told the coach that too when I was in Boston. Don't smack me on my ass. Kevin, my dad told me that too. He was like, don't let no nigga smack you on your ass. Make a nigga give you a handshake or some doubt. And it was just like, yeah, you gotta watch for shit like that.
You notice some gay shit with them older nniggas want to play with y'all, or some other niggas
Yeah,
came out
cause
gay,
the
or
same nigga the older niggas when I was 14 or 15, and they was in they like 20s, late 20s or 30s. I found out they was gay and they fought with niggas.
what?
Uh-huh.
And remember, you just said what just yesterday or today. It was a nice looking nigga.
Yeah, about 2 days ago, I walked to the store, to the gas station. And but it was like in a Honda or something, like a newer model Honda. Light skin, like me, had waves and shit like I did. Had a suit on, nice suit on. And I walked across the street. You know, you crossing over. He was waiting to pull out, so I walked across. He like, "Hey, you all right?" And I looked and I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm most definitely all right." Hey, you need a ride? We can store it right there. I said, "Yeah, I'm going." I said, "Yeah, I'm all right." He told me, "You all right?" Yeah, I'm most definitely all right. What's up?" And he ain't say that because I had got gangster with his ass. I'm like, he a fuck nigga. What the fuck type of nigga? You know, in this day of time, you don't know if a nigga kill you or rob you. So what the fuck you want me to hop in your car for?
Now,
Y'all know, I said, yeah, more than likely he was a fuck nigga.
should women, because I just thought about something too, when they man get out of jail, but they running the street more than staying home trying to get to know her with their homeboy. And like you said, this nigga probably got a bitch or two, but he out trying to ask you, young men, do they want to hop in his goddamn car?
Yo, trisexual ass nigga.
So should women, that's also a sign when they get out of jail, but he always gone with his homeboys, somebody at mama house, cousin house. He at everybody's house, but his baby mama or the woman that he stayed with house with the children. I mean, he always with his boy. That's a sign he fucking one on.
Yeah,
Or
she trisexual. This nigga trying anything and everything. Yo, I call him trisexual. Nigga trying anything.
always drinking and getting high and shit. That mean he looking for some booty or looking for some dick.
Old turd burglar booty bandit ass nigga.
One of my
Oh,
friends that's gay, he told me sometimes them niggas get out of jail as well as be in there, and I would want to get high with young boys and play video games with them and give them something to drink because they be doing orgies with them. Did
trying
you
to
see?
seduce them. You know, they call that gay dog trying to pick them up and see if. Cause I know the one thing too about gay niggas, if you give them a sign that you with it, they'll keep coming. If you give them that sign like hell, no, I ain't with that, they'll fall back. You got some aggressive punks though, some aggressive niggas that's gay. They keep on trying like, oh, I can turn him out and shit like that. But more than likely, most of the time, if you let them nigga know you ain't with that shit, they ain't gonna try you.
But they drug you too. Did you
Yeah,
also
that
hear
way,
about that?
yeah, you can't smoke with niggas or drink with niggas or you can't trust motherfucker these days.
Did you hear about any of that being done in jail by so-called straight niggas up there?
Hey, they'll drug you, then record you and all type of shit. Yeah, P Diddy ass.
What?
They drug your ass, then record you and show motherfuckers. But it's all type of shit that go on.
What they do? Just show each other around the jail or upload that shit to the.
And spread it, you know, 'cause it's like an egotistical thing. It's like, y'all done, got me one.
Oh my god! So they do sometimes niggas pay them to do shit like this,
It's just an ego thing. They'll do it just, just to get off on that shit.
and some of these are so-called straight men with children and women at
Gay
home.
nigga ain't straight nigga, yup. Trisexual niggas.
What about? Did you see a lot of so-called straight men in there that not only did bisexual shit, but that you said some of them said they did it to cope, but got drug addictions because they said they couldn't really handle being in there without being high.
Yeah, I seen straight and it's a lot of motherfuckers that are straight and gay and bi. A lot of them they got drug problems and they'll say just do it just to pass the time. They do K2, ketamine, meth, smoke weed, drink liquor. They do all type of shit. And they say they do it just to pass the time. A lot of them don't sit down and try to take no trades. I heard one nigga, cause I went to college 3 times. I dropped out once, but I achieved two on for welding and one for business, customer service, technology. I asked one nigga, my homie from Macon, he was cool, he was a crip nigga. And he said, I ain't coming here to get no trade the fuck. I'm already locked. I ain't coming here to goddamn get no trade. So someone say fuck school, they don't try to study or nothing. They just say shit, they gonna come and get high. I see motherfucker with life sentences do it. They'll call and get money out of they folks and shit. Out they parents and grandmamas and until that shit run out. So they folks say they ain't sending them nothing else. And they'll just get high every day. And when that shit run out, they folks start sending them shit, they'll start robbing and they'll start fucking other men just to get some money to keep that high going.
What?
hmm
So I thought they didn't have the school programs anymore. So all the
They
prisons.
got school program. They just they don't take advantage of it. They say fuck them school programs that sit around and get high and just do all type of mischievous and devilish shit.
But do they have a time you can go to class? Because remember, some of them, I think you were saying you couldn't always go to the law
Yeah,
library.
some days it'll be, but the officer tell you some prisons, well, a lot of prisons, it's some prisons that they like. When I was at Metro State Prison, they got a lot of advantages and stuff. But they'll let you go to class, and you always got access to the counselors and stuff like that. But majority of the state prisons, they don't give a fuck about you. Them counselors don't give a fuck about you. But some days you trying to go to class and somebody might have got stabbed up, or some shit might have happened with an institutional lockdown. Somebody trying to get something over the fence, or some crazy shit might happen. They say nobody going to class.
Or they, like you said, they have drones dropping shit off in there.
Drone dropping, or
Because they've been talking about that on the news the past couple of years.
yeah, be a lot of that going on, and or somebody might, like I said, somebody might got stabbed up, or somebody might have got killed, or somebody happened with an officer. Anything happened, so like no movement for the whole compound, or some shit might have happened at another prison where officer got killed, or inmate got killed, or a staff member got killed, and they say no movement on no state prison. No, so I remember one time kitchen stewardess got killed last year. What the hell? I forgot what the hell prison that shit was at. I forgot what fucking prison it was. There be so much shit going on, but
Remember that came on, what was it, last year, where, I don't know, it's supposed to be, what, an employee or something was
yeah,
going,
we're going with the boy that was a crip. That one trying to think.
or he was cooking or something. He killed
Yeah, he was
her.
back there in the kitchen, worked in the kitchen, and she was going with her fucking her. She was bringing him shit, and she stopped fucking with him, J Money, and she started fucking with somebody else, and he got a gun in and killed her and killed himself at
Oh,
Smith. At Smith, it was at Smith State Prison.
that's what that was about.
She started fucking with him, started fucking with somebody else, and he killed her, then killed himself.
Oh my God.
So after that, though, every prison on in the state of Georgia couldn't nobody move. Everybody was locked in their room. Everybody was locked down
Yeah,
for
because
like
it
the
happened
next
at
day or
one
two.
prison that whole
Hell
day.
yeah, because a staff member got killed. They really don't care when the inmate kill an inmate, but if you, as long as you don't touch their staff, you touch their staff, then that shit is a problem.
So when you said that some of these niggas so called straight and telling they woman and on the phone they love them and they doing the best they can to hold it down, they being there on drugs or sucking dick or getting fucked and they wrecked them. When they get home, is it anything, since you done been through it and you know the signs, is there anything you could tell these women that they can notice about their man when he get home and he a fucking junkie on the low, but he wasn't no junkie when he went in and he became one in there to pass the time of cut a coke and sucking dick? Is there any sign she notice, things he say, things he do, to tell her that he on that shit?
I mean, you'll notice that shit. You'll notice from changes of patterns. You'll notice, when somebody acting normal. You know some normal patterns and abnormal patterns. Like, okay, he acting different right now. He acting like this. He acting like that, or he not acting the same. Or
Will his eating or what kind of food he like be different on certain type of drug? Like I heard certain people say they crave sugar when they do weed or junk, or
yeah, I
it's
know a lot of them junkie that be like junkie. They crave a lot of sugar and stuff like that.
with like cereal or junk
Yes, sir,
food.
candy and stuff like that. And
If he doing that, and will she knows anything with his teeth?
uh huh, teeth and like a lot of sodas and stuff like that. A lot of them junkie like them candy bars and stuff
And
like
they
that.
TB run.
TB run and shit like that. And
What about his work habit and him begging her for money? Will he want to work or go to school when he get out? If you see he on that shit and she don't know because that ain't the person she knew when he went in there, will he want to lay around sleep all the time or eat junk food, drink, lay around the
well, I
house?
ain't gonna say that because I ain't gonna say like lay around because they pretty lot of time hey depressed too. And then a lot of times they're like, you can go to school and your class, like it don't be nothing to do but sleep. You ain't hustling.
On time when he get home, the things
You
that
know what I'm
she
saying? Some
noticed.
of that some of that stuff still be on you. Like you sleeping there a lot of times or you be depressed, a lot of stuff will be out, you still trying to get on your feet. So that depression will still be on you too when you get out. You'll lay around and sleep, you trying to figure out what the hell am I gonna do? How the fuck, like, what the hell is my plan? What the fuck is you? You'll be in there have all this plan. Like, a lot of folks say it be jailhouse talk. It don't always be jailhouse talk because you really do a lot of, like, I know I really did. And I heard people really do have a plan and, like, okay, I'm gonna do this when I get out. I'm gonna do that when I get in. When you get out, it be like, damn, like, it ain't as easy as I said it was gonna be, but it takes time and it's a process. And then you'll be sitting in a room. It's like you hitting the ground running. It's like you hitting the ground running. You like, damn, I got to do this, and then you'll see everybody with this, that, and they having this going on. They having their car, they having their spot, and then sometimes it causes depression, just like it was in prison. So I can't say because somebody lay around and sleep a lot, then that'll be some like some sign that they gave they on drugs. So sometimes it be depression, but yeah, sometimes it do be drugs. But you'll notice that erratic behavior when they on drugs, it be erratic behavior. It be abnormal behavior.
What about them asking a woman for money? Because I've noticed
Yeah,
that
when somebody always beg for money, yeah, that's abnormal right there. Somebody always beg for
instead of
money.
him getting up, trying to see his PO, and then looking for work or creating a job at home, it's so easy. Chain gang workouts, cooking, and all that. People watch that. They'll pay you for that on TikTok and YouTube. So that stuff they don't even have to leave their house to do and get checks. So when a man has that opportunity and they don't take advantage of it and always begging a woman and she got children to take care of and he act like he just zoned out of it, Chris, I think it is easy sometimes to tell when a nigga's on that shit.
Yeah, you can tell somebody on drugs now. Yeah, hell yeah. You most definitely tell somebody on the
Cause
drug.
some of them niggas be out a few years. I've seen this out of prison and people they woman and with the kids and she basically still taking care of him and the whole fucking household and niggas still ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Or you trying to tell me it take that long?
No, it don't take that long. I was like, you staying motivated, you keeping that drive. Yeah, shit, but if you've been a few years and you still begging your woman for money, then yeah, it's something wrong.
And running the street with your homies, which
Mm-hmm.
that's your damn girl right there. A lot of times on the goddamn low and then they undercover watching porn, uh, gay and straight, and then they watching straight porn, but really the nigga looking at dicks. Did you
Mm-hmm.
ever did you see or hear anything like that or notice that shit when niggas?
I mean, I seen one nigga I went to school with, and he ended up being in prison with me in the same dorm. And nigga went in his tablet and seen some gay porn in his tablet, and they were like, "What the fuck?" Nigga beat him up and everything. He told us, "Now I've rented my tablet out to somebody else, and they were watching it. But it was really him though. We knew it was him. We knew it was you.
How do you know that man didn't rent his tablet out?
We knew it was him, cause he would hang around niggas that they say were fucking with niggas.
What?
Mm-hmm. That boy smoke.
What was he smoking?
That was his name, Smoke.
Why they call him smoke?
I don't know. I guess he was smoking dick. I guess. Shit, boy, smoking the bandit. You know, I call niggas out. You know.
But why did you call them out? Did that create enemies? Did that make them want to
I
fight you,
mean,
want to hurt you?
nah,
Cause
that's I'm calling nigga name out. You know, I done had fuck nigga trying to slander my name before, but you know, I was fucking CEO. I was fucking bitching down now. You know,
but then they
yeah,
want to say you
everybody knew.
gay.
Like, yeah, nigga was mad when I started fucking a bitch, a correction officer. Nigga trying to tell her that. Like I said, she told the nigga, oh, if he fucking with a nigga, then describe his dick. You know, my dick got a distinct look to it. You know, so she like describe how his dick look, and nigga couldn't do that. So you know. It was really a false accusation, nigga was hate. I done seen nigga get hated on too now. I done seen nigga that was player, fuck with hoe, get money, and they try to slander a nigga too now, and it went true. But that was like, you know, in some cases. But a lot of time, honestly, it be nigga be fucking off, fucking with them niggas.
Somebody else that was working in the prison system and also I think in there, new people in there told me this, and I don't know if you noticed that when some men get out, they start beating on their woman a lot.
Yeah, it could be a lot of, it be a lot of like, I feel like women, they be like, a lot of these women be like, oh, you gotta get out and, you know, in 6 months you gotta be up, you gotta be right in the package, or you gotta have, you gotta have your paper right, or or niggas just getting out like I did my time. I did 9.5 years, and I'm just getting out and bitches already asking me for money. Oh, let me hold something. Let me hold this. Like, bitch, you need to be letting me hold something I just did all this time. Like, you trying to rush me, or bitch don't want to spend no time with me now. But when I get my car and my spot, now you want to spend time with me. But when I ain't had shit, you ain't want to spend time with me.
And if you
So it
gotta
make
work and I want
yeah,
this
so
amount of
it
children
make
and
you. I ain't saying that it's right to beat on a woman. 'Cause I don't beat on women, but yeah, it makes some niggas sour about female to the point they want to beat on it. It make me sour to the point where I don't fuck with. Not saying I'm gay. I don't fuck with female, but I just don't be fucking with a lot of female. Like I don't be caring. Like I see that shit from a mile away. Like, cause I'm like, okay, I done got out. Now you trying to pocket watch and see what I got to see how healthy my pockets is. And all of a sudden I got it, now I got it, how I want. Now you want to be up under me. So I'm like, bitch, now I got it how I want to have it. I'm having it now. So I'm like, shit, bitch, I don't want to fuck with you now. I done got right now, shit. When I got out, you ain't want to fuck with me. You thought I ain't have it like that. I was hustling in prison. I was getting money in prison. So, I done got out of shit. I might just play with a bitch like, oh, I just got out. I ain't just to see how she gonna help me or we can help each other. And
they start begging.
yeah, start begging and shit. So I'm like, man, I don't be wanting to now. I'm like, okay, now you know that I got it. I don't want to fuck with you. I see how you don't. I these motherfuckers be weird. Not saying that it's justifying of being a woman, but some men they can't handle that shit mentally, or emotionally. It just make them hate
Because of
women.
the way they be
Yeah, it make
treating
them just
them.
want to fuck you and get rid of you, and just make you want to beat you. But
But no, this guy told me too that when some of them said he was dealing with this couple or counseling them, working in the medical field, I think, and counseling, and this guy was beating on this lady. He had seen several occasions where they been in jail. They was really fucking with niggas, and they was beating on them because of that. And they shame and they rage, and some of them had been molested or fucked by their dad or uncle or other relatives or people in the church when they was little boys, and they never told the women, no women, that they were sexually involved with, and said, the lady asked the guy to get a HIV test, and they got it, and then they will ask you too, are you a man that has sex with men, or are you straight but sometimes have sex with men, because some men can't accept they gay or don't want to think about the fact they gay if they having sex with the
but
same
this
sex.
this is number one red flag. If a man don't want to go get no test, HIV or other STD tests, when you ask to, don't fuck with him. That's a red flag right there. If a man beat on you right there, that's a red flag. Don't fuck with him. If a female gonna stay with a man and he beat on her, then she like that shit. She gonna accept that shit. I feel like I don't beat on women. So if a man beat on you and whooping your ass, or even whoop you one time, stay the fuck away from him. He don't want to go get tested STD. Stay away from him. You keep fucking with him, and he ain't want to get no STD test or HIV test, and he keep whooping your ass, that's your fault.
But said too, it was around her asking him, have you ever slept with men, or were you ever molested or anything, and said he would go into a rage and beat
That's a
her.
red flag right there. That's a red flag. Don't fuck with him no more.
No, what I'm saying was, too, he was so enraged about what happened to him. That's what a lot of men are as children, and they can't bring themselves to tell you. And they so enraged about what happened to them and who did it to them when they were little, and they still can't accept that was done, and they so hurt that it was done to them. And then it also is fucks them up in the head because they now have a desire to be with men or get penetrated because that happened to them, like the pleasure and pain of stimulating their prostate, because that's how a man have an orgasm. So he's torn with that because he don't like it and he don't want to be like that and is enraged about that
You said
shit.
that how a man have an orgasm.
Do your
That ain't
prostate.
how every man have. I have I clump.
No, not by
You know
no
what I'm saying?
dick in
That ain't how
their ass, but
every.
I'm saying that's how you have an orgasm, through your prostate. When the prostate is stimulated, whether you in a
Okay, well I feel
vagina.
like if a man gonna get enraged if a woman asking me to be the man and beat her, then he need counseling. That ain't no reason to beat no
I didn't
woman.
say he didn't. I'm just telling women, when you ask them anything about their childhood and were they ever raped or molested by men in their childhood, and they don't want to, they get agitated and angry or want to also all of a
That's a
sudden
red flag.
start getting aggressive, that lets you know, get the fuck away from him because something wrong with, and somebody did something to him,
Mm-hmm.
and they still so hurt by whoever betrayed them and violated them. They still haven't come to terms with it. They don't really want to go to counseling because you then got to admit what the fuck happens to you, and then the stigma where you gay now, or the fact they might be feeling attracted to men and they don't want to tell themselves that or tell nobody else that or have that written down about them in their medical records. They was raped before, or they daddy did, their uncle did this. And so some women have let men take that shit out on them because they still enraged because that little child inside of them is still angry and vulnerable and helpless. So they go take that unfortunately taking out on a man. Many times they take that shit out on women or refuse to get the test or don't want to discuss, and then
My
in a
my
bit.
my advice to men, because it's a lot of shit going on. Like, you got women that fuck with men who fuck with men. You got women that don't know that they man fuck with man. It be disease, HIV, herpes, and all type of shit going on, spreading around to innocent people. So my advice to the men is that go get tested. You know what I'm saying? Even you ain't got to tell nobody. You need to know first. And if you have a sexual partner, my advice is your sexual partner need to know whether it's a man or a woman. Your sexual, so go get tested, and you need counseling. I don't care how much it hurt you on the inside. You don't want to tell nobody it happened. It's like it happened. You know what I'm saying? Some people go through things that they don't want to go through, or it never. I'm saying it was just out of their hand. They was helpless. So I feel like you should find a counselor that you comfortable with and talk to your counselor about it, because it's supposed to be, it's undisclosed info if it's with a counselor either in prison on the outside. So if they disclose their info to somebody else, then they can get sued for it. Find somebody, a counselor that you comfortable talking to, and let that shit out, so you won't have to hurt nobody or beat on no woman or hurt nobody. Get tested, man. Whether you straight
No,
or you
it's
gay.
but too. I'm just sharing that where some women may not know why they are angry around sex. It might not mean that he gay. It also mean he's fighting with his feelings because he's still dealing with, in his mind he's still
That
a child.
it's something going on. 'Cause that's
You know
weird
what I'm saying? He's
because
still a
yeah,
child that
cause
was
I
raped.
that's it got to be something going on. 'Cause that's something I never got off on. A woman sticking a finger up my ass or dildo up my ass. So if he not gay, if something happened, because it's something happened. If you that satisfy you, where it's a woman stick their fingers or dildo up your ass, and something done happened. Especially if you like that on a regular basis.
No, I'm saying too, if they attack them, be like, bitch, don't touch me. But a lot of times they are like that and they hurt about it and they don't want to embrace, they hate themselves because somebody raped them when they were little and somebody they trusted and they were left in their care. That's also what I'm saying. They don't want to face that shit, or they'll see a feminine looking man and rape him or fuck him in the ass and violate and disrespect him because he's feminine, knowing that that's the flip side of him that he's feeling that he's hiding
Yeah, but
because some aggressive man violated him at 5 or 6 years
yeah, I'm
old.
saying I don't see why a man wouldn't get aggressive though. Why somebody trying to touch him up his ass, a woman trying to stick him or touch him up his ass. I don't see why a man wouldn't get aggressive about that.
No,
But
what I'm saying is some women will think, I know my nigga ain't gay because he almost broke my hand off. And when I try to put my finger, no, sometimes your nigga is. That's why he's doing you like that. And he's angry that he like motherfucking men or like the top niggas off because somebody did it to him. That's the point I'm making too. Somebody getting aggressive don't mean they ain't with it. That means somebody went up in them when they was 7 or 8 years old and it hurt them, but at the same time, now they looking at trainers, they looking at somebody rape and make feel feminine to try to put they a hold their masculinity intact or show the world their masculinity, knowing inside they really feel like a motherfucking bitch. That's what I'm saying too. A lot of men hide it that way because I've had them tell it to me privately, and it was something else. What somebody had told me that they seen that. That's why I'm bringing it up too, Because men do that in prison and they take that rage out on a feminine man or even beat up a gay man that's embracing his femininity and go into a rage because he acts so feminine because they hiding the fact that somebody feminized them when they were vulnerable. Now they, like you said, they get real big, get big old muscles, get tattoos, go jump on other men, fight other men, wrestle, MMA, and all that shit, and show a lot of aggression towards men to hide the fact they feel like a bitch too. And try to fight that feeling of want a nigga to go back in they butt. That's what I'm saying. So when they get aggressive with some women, y'all need to know a lot of times that ain't because they 100% heterosexual. If you don't know they past and you ain't talked to relatives in they past, that man could be hiding the fact that he was raped when he was a child or by his coach or by his motherfucking football buddies or basketball buddy. And because a lot of them niggas in them sports and athletics be gay and wrestling buddy wrestled them down and fucked them all in the ass. That's why I didn't have. I wanted you to be learn how to fight and be strong and secure, but I could never forgive myself. I couldn't. You being little like that and being around them. That's why I did not get you involved in any activity with no men. I ain't look up no coach. I ain't respect no coach. The 100 black men of Atlanta preachers shit, I didn't respect them because I knew what happened to me. And I got to see the perverted shit of these so-called religious leaders and preachers that everybody looked up to that like little girls and like little boys and shit. And the Boy Scout, a lot of them leaders is gay and the Boy Scouts and them Girl Scout and shit and lesbian and shit. Mm-mm.
And then that's why I ended up going in the streets because I didn't know how to fight at first. I ended up going in the streets and have to try to learn how to fight and losing that first. And I ended up going to the county jail and prison and learning how to fight. That's why I learned how to fight real good at.
Then you say one guy that was real, real big, that could fight real good. He told you when he was little, or a coach or somebody, he was a little boy, somebody molested him.
Yeah, he played football. Now he went to like a semi-pro and stuff. And he was real big and played football and stuff. And everybody was terrified of him. And he told me we got real close and tight. And I see he was hanging around sisters and stuff. And I was like, what's going on? And he was like, yeah, I fuck around. He was like, I would never try you, but I fuck around. He was like, yeah, I got touched by one of my coaches when I was younger.
He probably would. He didn't mention it, but he probably would never told his mama nobody.
I don't know. I ain't asking the full extent. I just turned my head. 'Cause I was like, damn, man, I'm tight with this nigga, man. This nigga told me this shit.
That mean he clearly felt comfortable with you, but
Yeah, he never, like he said, I never try you. He never did try me on that shit. But I used to see him with sisters sometime. I just turned my head and walked the other way.
see, they stimulated his goddamn prostate, and he just went on and embraced that female, just coming out with it. He just came on out with it because he didn't want to, but like he liked it tingling up in his ass. Because he was a little boy and this man forced himself on him and he probably didn't tell you how many times it went on or what happened or because him. And he probably was bleeding and everything. And a lot of times little girls and little boys hide that shit and clean themselves off and their parents don't check them when they leave them with certain people and don't check their butthole. And the boy's scared, so a lot of times they get secretly done like that over time. They get stimulated like that and opened up prematurely. First and second chakras and all around their asshole and prostate get stimulated and they don't want to like it, but these grown ass men turn them little ass boys out. And then you'll see them come out in jail, and then you see them come out still. Because I've had gay men tell me, but I do love women. I'm attracted to women, and I do want children, and I do want to sleep with a woman to get children. But I also love men. If I had a woman to accept me being bisexual, then I could have a wife, and I could have kids in a home, and
Got
I
a
could.
lot of women that accept that shit these days.
Yeah, now they do.
Mm-hmm.
I won't. It's just too dangerous. I don't want no man that dress up like a woman and twirl around with some high heel shoes and their toe painted better than mine. Fucking man, and then I'm supposed to let him do that and fuck him raw and open myself up to that shit. I mean, mm-mm. Like you said, it's too many women that'll let you do it. That's why I don't like the fact that so many men are being with women and they not telling them. That's like you said, they gay only in jail, but he's lying. Cause what if he see something out here and fall in love with a nigga he see out here and end up in a love affair out here, and they ain't gonna fucking tell his girlfriend or his baby mama or his motherfucking wife. That's why I asked you if you notice any tendencies you can share with them, and that's a good point. A lot of times we didn't think about it. We weren't taught to think about it. But you see a nigga always nigga over your house hanging around like he a bitch, getting high. Y'all watching the show. Y'all sharing weed together. Y'all drinking out, sharing the same drink and beer and all that. And he fixing you something to eat. You sharing it with your mans. Goddamn it, like y'all two damn girls up there at Chili's getting some baby back rib and shit. See, we don't really think about that. Now you better goddamn think about that shit. Cause a nigga always got another nigga around and sharing the same goddamn it pick and Afro Sheen and all that shit. They probably fucking
You know.
working out. He spotting him on weights and he got some shorts on. He sweat. He got his nuts in the nigga face. You know how
Mm-hmm.
you land on them table,
Mm-hmm.
bench pressing and shit. A lot of niggas have they dick and nuts right there above your damn
Mm-hmm.
forehead.
Yeah, yeah. That why I ain't. That's certain shit I ain't do. I ain't doing that.
Well, I mean, you didn't lay down let no nigga spot
Yeah,
you
now I ain't no need spike. A nigga can break your neck. Nigga drop some weights on your neck and break your neck.
and
I
act
ain't let no
like it
nigga
was an
spot me.
accident.
Don't let no nigga spot me.
And then I seen something they like they scoot up, they dick be too far up down in the nigga face while he holding the weight up. I'm like, which one you gonna do? You wanna hold the waist up, drop it on his neck, or drop some dick off in his mouth? Cause you see what I'm saying? Like, so you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Like sometimes that
Mm-hmm.
shit seem real goddamn gay, like you sweating and musting balls and you leaning down like holding the weight.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I done personally trained before. I done personally trained women before. So I might stand over them and stretch their legs out and shit there. You know, you push their legs and they do the thing to control their air, the leg kicks and stuff like that. And they kick their legs up like this. Now I be standing over them and she be like, ooh, and I'm like, where? She like, I can see right up your shorts. And I'm like, oh shit. You know, I'm personally trained them getting paid. So I'm like, they were liking them. I was freaking about business. So I know if a female can see it, a nigga can see the same thing.
I've seen that a lot of females be sleeping with their trainers
Mm-hmm.
and putting they, tempting their trainers. But it's men now. See, that's why I don't. When I go in the gym, and I done been in there with you personally and watch you go through it. A lot of these niggas that have big muscles going to shower, they be in there looking for men. Cause I'm there with you, and they looking at me, and then look at you, and right in my face, flirting with you and bending and opening their ass and clapping their ass cheek like a bitch. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
down in Atlanta, that shit is real fucking wild down here. Well, it's like anything else you want to say to them before we come back and do the next segment?
We'll be here for another episode. You know, there'll be many more episodes after this.
Yeah,
So if anybody got any questions,
they can
in
email
between the
them.
time, they can email me. They can DM me my Instagram shit drip underscore almighty. My YouTube is drip almighty. 2 words. Facebook Slat Ryan. SLATTRYAN. 2 words. So any questions in between time, if y'all want to discuss anything on the next episode, the next segment, just feel free.
And
Feel
me
free.
too. Ask me and I
Mm-hmm.
ask him. Alexis K. Tyler VP at gmail.com. And y'all can donate to him now. And I'll put in the description as well.
Gonna go eat some good chicken strips you made with that homemade barbecue sauce.
Okay, I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Love y'all.